After seeing Dr. Stile's ad, I decided to do a little research, and after looking at some of the comments made by some of his former patients, I found that perhaps he would be a good doctor for me to go and see for my situation. My first impression of Dr. Stiles was that he was very knowledgeable in his area. He knew exactly, he almost knew exactly what I was feeling about my situation, and he made me feel real comfortable about this process and where I should go from here. After meeting Dr. Stiles, everything that he knew, he made me feel like there was a fix for this problem, because I really didn't think that there was anything that anyone could do about it. And after I left his office, I really felt like, more confident about myself, and that this was really going to happen. And there was, because I had reconciled to the fact that maybe, I would never get any help for it. And he just made me feel like, yeah, this could happen. I recently learned that Dr. Stile is an accomplished artist, and that doesn't surprise me at all, especially given the work that he's done on me and the way that he has really made my body, make me feel good about my body and my appearance. I really appreciate Dr. Stile's attention to details, his wherewithal about the type of procedure that I needed, and it was very it made me feel comfortable with him as a surgeon. I think that he is an expert at his craft, and I really appreciate that. What made me select Dr. Stile as a surgeon is probably his caring attitude. He was very respectful and understanding of what my needs were. I think that he made proper referrals for me, and I appreciate him making those referrals and not just going in and going through the process. And I like him in general. He just have great bedside manner, and it made me feel like he was just a friend of mine, and I appreciated that. My decision to have an tummy tuck was based on some issues from a previous surgery where a doctor botched, for lack of other words to use, my tummy area, and I really didn't think that there was anything that I could do about this. And Dr. Stiles, when I saw him and he saw what I had going on, he was like, I can fix this. And I was like, wow, you can? I didn't even think anyone could fix this. I had reconciled to, this was it. This is what I had. And so, yeah, Dr. Stiles just made this tummy tuck well worth it. I've been thinking about having this procedure done since the incident where the doctor botched my tummy area. I've done a lot of research and actually did a lot of talking and soul searching, talking to friends and soul searching. And when I saw that ad for Dr. Stiles, I actually said to myself that was divine intervention and I needed to do it. That was at the point where I knew I needed to do it. My first impression of Dr. Stile's office was like, wow, am I going to be able to afford this procedure? Because his office is like top notch. I mean, even the staff, the appearance of the staff, the office itself, I was like, I wasn't sure, like, you're going to be able to deal with the cost of this? And yeah, it was just unbelievable. But my experience with Dr. Stile's staff was also a good one. They were very professional and they seemed to be very caring as well. My surgery day was quite scary. If you recall, I said that I had a botched surgery, so I kind of had that in my mind. I was thinking, am I going to come out of this with the same thing? Or is he going to tell me that he couldn't do anything because of, after he did a little bit more digging, that it wouldn't be right? But I got to tell you, after the surgery, I could not believe it. I mean, I was like, is this real? I thought I was dreaming, to be honest. I really thought I was dreaming. He actually did it. When I went into the surgery center and I met the staff, and they were, and even the rooms, the rooms were very, again, nice and just almost like being in your own home. And the nursing staff, they were, you know, they made me feel comfortable, even though I had the anxiety that I had. When I talked to the anesthesiologist, he was even, everything was light, and I want to say that even Dr. Stiles, he came in with the anesthesiologist, and they kind of had this conversation with me about, you know, what's going to happen, and, you know, what to expect after, you know, afterwards, and I really felt more at ease. You know, I was like, okay, now I'm starting to feel like this is going to happen. Dr. Stiles did his artwork on me, and I was like, okay, and I could tell he was comfortable with what he was going to do, and that really made me feel at ease as well, knowing that he had that confidence level, and it almost seemed like maybe 10 minutes, and it was all done. So it was a great experience. The surgical team were top notch. I even asked them, you know, questions about, you know, their background and how long have you been doing this? How long have you been working here? And they were able to talk to me about that, and to give me, even talk about their experiences with other patients. So they were very professional and knowledgeable as well about, you know, what they were doing. My recovery was awesome. I mean, even the nursing staff, because after recovery, I actually went to another location, a medical site that was arranged by Dr. Stile's staff as well, for open night. And they were amazed because I was like up that night, actually walking around saying that, you know, they were like, we've seen other patients and you're doing great. And like, I had to tell them, like, I have been through this and nothing like this. And I was like, I couldn't even recall the surgery itself. I mean, there was some pain, of course, but the pain was minimum when I thought about the results. And I just kept looking at my procedure and saying, forget the pain. You know, this is really happening here. It was nothing like I expected. I really expected it to be more difficult. I thought it would last longer. And it was short term. The pain was minimal. Medication-wise, I didn't have to take a whole lot of medication. You know, I followed Dr. Stile's instructions. It was just amazing. It was minimal pain. You know, I'm not sure about others' experiences, but mine was great. I am so elated I am glad that I had my procedure. It's just, words can't express how happy I am that I actually went through this procedure. It took a while for me to get here, but the results are great. I am so glad that I made the decision to have this procedure done. I think it was the best decision I've ever made. I didn't tell my family that I was going to do this. And because I knew that they would be, you know, like, don't do this, you know, what you've been through. But I would do it all over again if I had to. Well, since I've had this procedure, I'm really thinking about doing something else. I haven't decided what, but I'm quite sure I will be doing something else. I would definitely recommend Dr. Stiles to my friends and family, and also would suggest that anyone that is thinking about it to really do your research, because Dr. Stiles is really good at what he does.